Channel 12 Sports presents a night of championship basketball from Anoka High School. It's a Section 3 3A title game as DeLaSalle takes on Park Center. Hello and welcome to Anoka. John Jacobson along with Ryan Iverson and Allie Arlt. It is the 5th consecutive year, Ryan, these two teams have met in the section championship. DeLaSalle won the first 3 years. Park Center won last year. In each 4 years, the winner of this section has gone on to win the state tournament.
Well, so getting here is what you're telling me is really important. And when I hear this is the 5th year in a row these two teams have met, it just, the one word comes up is consistency. Both of these schools, they have great players, great coaches. They expect to get here, and they know that whoever can get over this hurdle tonight is usually on the path to a state championship, so a lot at stake, John.
Each team with 21 wins from a year ago, and a lot of the same personnel. Park Center lost their great all-state player, Kayla McMorris, but the rest of the girls all back from last year. DeLaSalle had all underclassmen starting last year, so all of those girls are back. So really 9 of the 10 same players that started last year will be starting tonight, and so they definitely do know each other, even if they only play once a year.
Well, and the thing I look for too, and I talked about it all year long during our broadcast, is you want to be playing your best basketball towards the end of the year, going into the playoffs. DeLaSalle, after 5 games, was 1-4, John. So that tells me that they figured something out after that. They went on a 16-game winning streak and lost their second to last regular season game. So they're playing really well. They're confident. They deserve to be here, and I know they're expecting to win tonight.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Islanders, a senior, Taylor Toney, who's been a leader for them on and off the court, their top scorer.
Well, she's averaging over 15 a game. She had a high of 37 earlier this month. She's a very capable scorer. She's 5'11". She attacks the rim with abandon. She can knock down her jump shot, but she's aggressive. They're going to need her, not only her scoring, but they need her to defensively to do a great job tonight. Secure rebounds. They need a defensive rebound tonight. That's a big key for DeLaSalle. She's a big part of that.
Park Center doesn't have a lot of big players, but they certainly have one in the starting lineup, sophomore Michaela Hayes.
When I think of consistency, I think of Michaela Hayes. They have great guard play, and if she's producing down low and able to score, they surround her. They do a 4-round one. She's got great footwork. Her footwork has so much improved since last year when we saw her play. The key for her is staying out of foul trouble because they're a different team when she's on the bench, but they need her to score, averaging almost 3 blocks a game, 8 rebounds, so she does a little bit of everything, but she's a very big presence down low.
Give us one key for each team.
I think DeLaSalle, for them, it's just, coming out, you're playing the defending state champions. You have nothing to lose. Who's going to play tight tonight? Who's going to get over the pregame jitters and just play basketball? On the flip side, Park Center, I think they have to work inside out. We did their game a couple weeks ago against Maple Grove, which they won, but they got off to a really slow start offensively, a lot of perimeter shots. They need to work through Michaela Hayes, play inside out. If they can do that, I think they'll be successful tonight.
Winner moves on to the state tournament next week in Minneapolis. We'll take a break and come back and tip this one off. It's DeLaSalle and Park Center for the Section 3 championship, live on Channel 12 in a moment.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Welcome back to Channel 12's live coverage of Section Girls Basketball on this Thursday night, March 12th. First of 2 games here you'll see tonight on 12. Coming up at about 8 o'clock, Wayzata and Centennial in the Section 5 4A title game. John Jacobson, Ryan Iverson, and doing the sideline reporting for us tonight is Allie Arlt. Allie?
John, you said it. The winner of this game has a bid to the state tournament. So what's it going to take for one of these teams to make it there? Well, Coach Vanderhyde told me before the game that his girls have to deal with the pressure from the Islanders throughout this entire game. They need to attack their three-point game and also be hounding it down in the paint for those rebounds. Now, Coach Patterson on the other end, she said that the difference between her team from last year to this year is confidence. She said that this confidence is going to drive this team to win this game tonight. Now, a 17-point game win streak throughout the season might have something to do with that confidence, but like she said, confidence will get them the win here tonight.
Thanks, Allie. It's certainly a DeLaSalle team, and a year ago, Ryan, was inexperienced. They had a big and experienced and very talented senior group 2 years ago. A lot of those girls graduated, some less experience a year ago, and I think it showed in this game a year ago, but now those girls have another year, not only a year older, another year of game experience. As we look at our starters for tonight's game, let's start with DeLaSalle. Patience Griffin and Zay Sellers are the guards, both seniors. The front court, Taylor Toney, a senior. Kasia Bodden and Cameron Speece are both juniors. And for Park Center, their senior guards, Hannah Schaub and McKenna Dubois. Also Danielle Schaub and Ann Simonette, both sophomores, along with Michaela Hayes. A lot of those ninth graders getting tremendous experience last year, not only here, but at the state tournament as well, as they led the Pirates to the 3A championship.
Well, you touched on it, John. The two games that you get experience are a section final game where all the pressure is on both teams, and of course, you know, DeLaSalle being in that game last year, they felt what that felt like to lose and to go home early. And then on the flip side, Park Center, the confidence that you come back with when you win a state championship. And I know they graduated, you know, maybe their best player, obviously their best player from last year, but these girls played a big role in that. And it's such a confidence booster. You can always go back to that experience and that run. So I think it sets up to be a really good matchup.
Let's look at the tournament bracket. Park Center, the #1 seed. DeLaSalle, the #2 seed. And really no trouble for either of these teams in either their quarterfinal or semifinal round games. Both very one-sided.
Yeah, and I think that's what, you know, if I had to give an advantage tonight, maybe to Park Center being in the Northwest Suburban, where that conference is deep and they're playing it up in class, obviously, throughout the course of the year. I think they've been tested. And I think even though they've lost 7 times on the year, sometimes those are good losses. You learn more about your team and you're playing great competition. So I think that bodes well for Park Center. Yeah, great atmosphere. I always just love the section final atmospheres, Johnny. You got both bands going nuts. The fans are excited. This is March Madness. That's why they call it Madness.
And this crowd will grow, too, as some of the fans start to filter in for game 2. And we get set for opening tip. DeLaSalle in white. Cameron Speece will tip off against Michaela Hayes. The Pirates in their home green tonight.
When you can see Michaela Hayes towers over anybody on DeLaSalle, that's why I think she's such a factor down low, and how well she plays if she's able to stay out of foul trouble, if they can work through her.
McKenna Dubois from the corner for 3. Shot missed, and the defensive rebound to Patience Griffin. And as we've seen Park Center, certainly not afraid to fire up the 3. 4 of those 5 girls will shoot it at will.
And they can get hot. They can make it, but they can also get cold. And that's why I think it's so important for them to start inside and go out. You saw DeLaSalle opened up in a 2-3 zone designed to force Park Center into some early quick shots, perhaps.
Griffin missing a 3 from the wing, and so missed shot on each end on the opening possessions for these teams. Dubois off to Ann Simonette, who leads the team in 3-point field goals and percentage this year at a 39% 3-point shooter. She's open here, fires it up, in and out.
You know, and they're not bad shots. They're open, and Simonette is very capable of shooting that. But I like the call right away by Coach Patterson going to a zone, trying to maybe force Park Center away from their advantage, which is their height down low.
Tony misses on the break. Dish off to the corner. Dubois, another 3-point try. This one rattles in.
Yeah, McKenna Dubois, the senior. She's had some big games over the course of her career, some big shots, and she's a very capable shooter as well.
First points of the game to Park Center. Bodden out top. Simonette on her, gives off the pass. Driving is Speece to the basket, too strong, and Dubois the rebound.
And even though Michaela Hayes didn't get a block there, you can see how valuable she is defensively, just altering the shot trajectory.
Shot fake and then a pass inside, but too high for Simonette, and it's a turnover for the Pirates. Zay Sellers. Right side pass to Griffin, side of the lane. Tony, they work it left side. Bodden will drive in, a little pull up from 10. They've been well off on their first 3 shots. Pirates back in transition. Hannah Schaub, shot fake, drives to the basket, and one. foul on Taylor Tony.
Well, beautiful move. Did you see that shot fake? She showed that ball. Some DeLaSalle fans thought maybe she traveled, but an excellent shot fake. She takes the contact, able to finish with her left hand. What a big-time move by Hannah Schaub.
An early timeout for DeLaSalle as you look at Faith Johnson-Patterson, 6th year as head coach, 3 state championships in those 6 years, 2011, 12, and 13. Had great success building a program at Minneapolis North before that, winning titles there, and just knows how to coach basketball.
She does it, and more than that, she knows how to just be around young people, and she gets them excited about and passionate about working hard, preparing. She's big on preparation, and I know I've attended some of her practices when she was at North. There's a look at Chris Vanderhyde. Not too bad when you've won a state championship every year you've been head coach. You know, only in his 2nd season, but of course defending state champions. But you know, Coach Patterson just gets these guys just very big on preparation. And you can tell they didn't get out to the court till after the national anthem. I'm sure going over last-minute assignments.
Schaub short on the free throw. Hayes, did she get a tie-up or did we get a foul?
Yeah, I think it was a lane violation.
On Park Center on that attempt, so no foul, no turnover. There's something on the floor that John Patterson, assistant coach, is wiping up. Now we're ready for setting the ball back in play.
Yeah, Park Center is going to try to bring the tempo too. They're picking up full court. We saw them against Maple Grove a couple weeks ago get some easy baskets off of turnovers and go on a scoring rampage when points were really at a premium in that game.
Sellers thought about the 3, but got closed on pretty quickly by Danielle Schaub. Almost bobbled and out of bounds by Bodden, but she's able to hang on to it. Tries, pull up from 14. Won't go. Offensive rebound by Griffin and is fouled. First foul of the game on Park Center.
Well, that's where you get something going to the basket, John. Even though she missed that shot, you force the defense to help. It opens up offensive rebounding opportunities. That's why I think being aggressive offensively, attacking the rim, it can do so much good, even if you don't make that primary move.
Senior Patience Griffin getting her team's first point of the game.
Man, that's all it takes sometimes. It's that first free throw, that first basket. Now the nerves lift a little bit. Now you just play basketball.
Averages about 7 points a game. Ball through the hands of Hayes. Tony got it. And a traveling whistle on Spieth as she started her drive.
And that's why I'd like to see Tony, who's worked her tail off to get that offensive rebound, turn and attack Michaela Hayes. Put some pressure on her. Try to get Michaela Hayes to commit to some fouls early on. I think that could be a big factor in this game.
Hannah Schaub, front court to the corner. 7-3 is up and in.
Well, you notice where Park Center's attacking, John. They're getting a lot of those corner threes against that zone. And it's simple. It's basic penetration. They draw that bottom defender to help the ball, and then that's where they're attacking. They're getting a lot of really clean, open looks from that corner 3-point.
Bodden driving, trying to shoot over. Hayes can't get it done, and Simonette is fouled in the backcourt by Spieth.
And here's just a nice look, and you can see Hannah Schaub draws the defender, kicks it over, and Simonette, who is a very capable 3-point shooter, shooting 39% on the year, she bangs it down. Her scoring, you know, in the second half of the year has really increased. She's become one of their best scorers, averaging just under 11 points a game.
Hayes to DuBois, open 3, off the mark, rebounded Zellers. Zellers throwing it front court through the hands of Spieth, out of bounds. So another DeLaSalle turnover. Asia Wilson, a 5'6" junior, number 23, now in for DeLaSalle. Out comes Sellers.
Even though their Park Center's up 8-1, you know, Michaela has not had a touch yet offensively. And I think that's a win for Coach Patterson and DeLaSalle. They're forcing a lot of perimeter shots. Unfortunately for them, a couple of them have gone in.
Hayes turning, misfired on that one over Tony. And the Islanders rebound. Front court. Wilson getting the pass off. Corner baseline shot, pretty good look, but didn't go down. Tony scrambling for the rebound, couldn't handle it, and comes to DuBois. Back come the Pirates. Firing it ahead for Hannah Schaub, up and long.
That's almost a replica of her three-point play earlier in the game, or three-point chance. Beautiful throw ahead from DuBois. And Hannah Schaub able to finish again with the contact in the left hand.
Faye Io-Bombadele, 5'6" sophomore, in for Park Center. Excuse me, Ryan.
No, I was just going to say, DeLaSalle's got to stop the basketball there. They can't let that throw ahead lead to an easy basket. You got to get back, stop the paint when you're playing against Park Center.
10-1 start for the Pirates here. Tony into the paint, turnaround shot. Not good. Offensive rebound. Follow-up won't go for Spies. Hayes has it, gets it knocked away by Tony. DuBois getting hands in there. The tie-up possession arrow will keep it with DeLaSalle.
I'll tell you, Taylor Tony's working on the offensive glass. She is battling. That's her second one she's kept alive, so great effort. And she's given up quite a bit of height against Michaela Hayes, too. That's just all work and effort.
Griffin's pass knocked away and out of bounds by Simonette. There's an inbound from the sideline right in front of the Park Center student section.
You know, the difference so far is Park Center, even shots they've missed, John, they've been really open, clean looks. You're seeing DeLaSalle having to really work just to get a shot off, and if they do, it's not necessarily a good shot. It's contested, difficult shots.
Another tie-up. This time they'll go to Park Center. Another miss by Tony inside.
And you get the feeling, too, they just got to slow down a little bit. They're rushing their shots. Tony's getting to the spot down low. No one's going to block her shot. She's a great athlete, 5'11". She can elevate. Just take her time. Those are shots she normally makes.
And Simonette across to Io-Bombadele. Right corner. Schaub pass. Tried to get it to Hayes and right into the hands of Tony. She'll take it to the basket. Stripped away by DuBois. And out of bounds. DuBois, great defensive play to get back.
Yeah, great defensive play by Tony. And look at her push the floor. But look at these quick hands by DuBois. Times it just right. Excellent defensive play.
Up and under. Nice shot by Spies, but it wouldn't fall. And Hayes rebound. DuBois had it to 2-on-0. Simonette to Io-Bombadele, who's fouled by Griffin.
How about the unselfishness of Simonette there? Could have caught it, taken it in. Instead, she immediately knew where she was going with that ball. And you could see there was a tie-up for that rebound. And what happened, DeLaSalle converged on that. Park Center released two players, and they get an easy look.
First free throw up and good. Io-Bombadele is 66% free throw shooter on the season. Second one long and rebounded by Tony. DeLaSalle just needs to get some shots to fall here. No field goals yet in the first almost 6 minutes of play.
Well, if you'd like me to be critical of anything from Park Center on this great start, it's that they have not shot well from the free throw line.
Tony working on Hayes. Got it in close, but couldn't get it to go again. Hayes trying to hang on to the ball to the sidelines with DeLaSalle.
Yeah, give DeLaSalle credit. They're attacking. Hayes is getting rebounds. They're going right for it, and they've that time able to knock it loose.
They've been able to do that a couple of times. Needs to be a little bit stronger with the ball.
And just keep it up. She's got such a height advantage. If she keeps that ball up high and chins it with her elbows, she'll be able to get them off of her.
Simonette gets a hand in the passing lane there, knocks the ball out. Bodden to inbound. And they'll reset out top with Spies. Wilson comes over, looking for Tony. It's the screen, now gives it to Tony, release down low. Shot blocked by Hayes. Io-Bombadele lost it coming up the sideline. Back comes DeLaSalle, and going to the line for two will be Spies.
Well, and again, Park Center getting a rebound, but just losing it. How about Michaela Hayes on the block? Look at this. Good, strong move, too, by Tony. And there's just, sometimes you can't overcome that height. She's got such great arm length. And let's see now, you get the stop clock, you get back to the free throw line, things can slow down a little. See if DeLaSalle can take advantage of this.
Foul was on Simonette, her first. Hayes out, and for Park Center, Camille McCoy in. Cameron Spies makes them both. DeLaSalle's 3 points, all from the free throw line. 12 minutes to play, first half. Pirates by 8. Dubois out top. Io Bombadeli. Simonette, deep three from the right side.
Yeah, Patience Griffin was the wing defender on that side. She's got to close out with a little bit more urgency, especially with Simonette, who's a phenomenal three-point shooter. But great ball movement by Park Center, swinging the basketball, making that zone rotate. Excellent offense.
Wilson open for a three and hands it for DeLaSalle, their first field goal of the game.
Well, that was a big answer and a much-needed basket.
Io Bombadeli traveled.
You can see after the skip pass, Simonette's going to pass it. Great drive and kick, and then here's the skip pass all the way across the defense. Defense rotates over, and you can see DeLaSalle's got to close out with just a little bit more urgency, get that hand up, take away an uncontested three-point shot.
Jada Haynes, number 14, in now for DeLaSalle. A drive by Wilson, and she's fouled. And we'll go to the line for two. Fouls on Io Bombadeli, her first, team's third.
Well, you like Asia Wilson giving a spark off the bench, hit that big three a minute ago. They get a turnover. Here she attacks the basket and forces Park Center into a foul. We're going to get back to the free throw line.
Second one is good, so DeLaSalle 5 out of 6 from the line to start. Hayes back in for Io Bombadeli for Park Center.
DeLaSalle, I think, has weathered the storm there after a very slow start, not getting a field goal.
Simonette on the baseline, great feed from Danielle Schaub, and Simonette with 8 points.
Yeah, I think that was a design play, a backdoor, really well executed.
Turnover DeLaSalle, pass sailing out of bounds. We have a pass again from Danielle Schaub.
A great pass too, but what a catch, and being able to catch it underneath the basket like that. Great body control to be able to finish too. Simonette's off to a very hot start tonight for Park Center.
Danielle Schaub lobbing it down for Hayes, who draws the double team. In traffic, shoots, can't get it to go. She had 3 DeLaSalle players around her. Rebounded by Spiess, front court. Tony with the basketball. Waits for her team to come back down, and DeLaSalle reset. Wilson. An offensive foul here. Whistled on the screen on Tony.
Yeah, she moved her hips a little bit. Even though Michaela Hayes missed that shot, John, did you see the defense collapse on her once she caught it? I think that's really important, and it's just going to continue to open up their three-point shots too if they continue working inside out.
Danielle Schaub will back it out now. Hayes looking for the clear out, had Danielle Schaub open. Now gives it to Simonette. Drive, kick out, Simonette. Long two-pointer, good.
You think she's feeling it? I always said big-time players make big-time plays in big games. And Simonette off to a great start. She's hardly even squaring up, and it just looks good right off the release of her fingertips, and nothing but net.
10-point lead again for Park Center. Tony drive to the basket, too strong. Spiess rebounds. Tie up with Simonette. DeLaSalle basketball.
Good job, Ed.
Patience Griffin back in for DeLaSalle, replacing Tasia Bodden.
Yeah, there's Simonette again off the. That's a tough shot when you're backing up like that.
Inbound pass, and wide open was Spiess, who hits.
Yeah, Spiess averages in double figures, just under 11 points, so she's a very capable scorer. And she can shoot it. She attacks the offensive glass. She's kind of a nice combination of speed, quickness, and the ability to attack the rim.
Tough shot from McCoy, out of bounds. Hayes couldn't control the offensive board, and it's DeLaSalle basketball. Tony. One dribble and then back out top to Haynes. Haynes puts it on the floor. Pull up from 15. Around and in.
What a move. Jada Haynes, just a little hesitation. She exploded to her left, got into the lane, and before Michaela Hayes could contest that, able to get the floater. A beautiful move.
Olivia Peterson in the corner. Back out. McCoy. Hayes churning in the paint. Too strong. Rebound. Pulled down by Haynes. Ahead to Spiess. Don't travel. for the layup.
Yeah, I know at home watching that, you're thinking, how do you travel there? But it's really a tough thing because you're not quite sure where you're at. And all she would have had to do take one more dribble, but I know from playing that's not an easy thing because you don't know quite where you're at. You don't want to, slow your momentum down. So a harder play than it looks.
Dubois and Hannah Shaw back in at that whistle. Margin 6 right now. Park Center's led all the way. Danielle Shaw, baseline, ran out of baseline, but gets fouled on the block on the baseline by Griffin.
I think DeLaSalle, some of the key to their comeback is defensive intensity. They're doing a much better job guarding the ball. Nowhere to go for Park Center. Even if they're beating their initial defender, good help line defense. They're forcing Park Center.
Hayes driving, blocking foul. Going to be whistled against Bodden as Hayes goes down to the floor hard. Bodden tried sliding over him late, but was too late, and take a look at it again.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have someone of that height being able to take the ball to the basket like that, that is such a great move. And Bodden just trying to step in and take a charge. The contact, I think, looked a little bit worse than maybe it really was.
Well, it's easy to say if you're not Michaela Hayes. I think contact was pretty hard for her.
I mean, to have that 6'1" frame, to be able to shot fake and take one power dribble to the basket, I mean, that's just something you can't teach or coach. Just great footwork.
And there's her mom on the sideline. Dana Jobert Hayes looking on. Assistant coach for the Pirates. Hayes up and in. It's her first point of the game. Second free throw missed by Hayes, and the rebound to Bodden. Past the midway point of the first half. Pirates by 7. Tony out high. Wilson, or excuse me, Haynes gives it off. Baseline drive. Tony too strong. Offensive board on the weak side. Up and in for Bodden.
And again, you see penetration by Tony to the basket, forces Park Center to adjust, and Bodden able to sneak in for the offensive rebound. And quickly, just like that, Michaela Hayes gets great position. And that's what she does better this year. She keeps it simple. She caught it, turned, finishes right at the rim. Beautiful move.
3-point try for Tony. That's too strong and rebounded by Dubois. Whips it ahead. Danielle Shaw driving. Twists her body and gets the shot up and in.
But she is so quick. She's like lightning in a bottle. She takes one dribble, blows by the defender, somehow contorts her body out of harm's way, able to finish. Excellent move. She's great in transition.
Free throw line jumper missed by Bodden. Pirates rebound. Dubois looking up court as she brings it up. Now we'll give it off to McCoy, but Dubois back off left side. Out top, Danielle Schaub. Danielle Schaub left open for a three, too strong. And the ball rebound by Bodden. Wilson looking for Tony, gives it back out instead for Haynes. Haynes driving, dish off, baseline, shot up, good look, but it wouldn't fall for Bodden. Back comes Danielle Schaub. Now we'll pull it back out. Dubois, three-point ball, it's too strong. And the rebound to Bodden. Right corner, Tony looks at the basket.
And she can't not be aggressive. They need her to score. Again, averaging over 15. She's had a rough time. There's a turnover tonight, but she's got to stay aggressive for DeLaSalle.
And the Schaub gets the steal. Pulls it out to the wing. Hayes. McCoy, three, won't go. Rebounded by Dubois. Back out. Three by Hannah Schaub. That won't go. Danielle Schaub has it underneath. Gets tied up. Jump ball will be Park Center basketball. They'll get another shot at it.
And you can see DeLaSalle's strategy is really, if they're going to give something up, it's these open jump shots. And that's where Park Center, you know, they've had a few go in. Simonette, of course, is on fire. There's a beautiful underneath out of bounds. Up and over, and Michaela Hayes just a little bit too strong. But I think if you're Park Center, you can't settle for these shots, these quick threes.
From the corner, three-point try missed by Haynes, and back come the Pirates. Pass ahead. Danielle Schaub open right side. Hannah Schaub short. Rebound pulled down by Haynes, and back comes DeLaSalle. Sellers back to Haynes. Maybe a couple of rush threes the last couple possessions here, Ryan, for Park Center.
Yeah, and with a 9-point lead too, you know, take some clock off. See if you can get Michaela Hayes open down low, or get something going to the basket. We saw that a couple weeks ago against Maple Grove. They settle for threes, and even though they can knock them down, I think they can get even better shots. Sometimes you just got to know, hey, we've missed about 4 or 5 in a row. We got to get something in the paint.
Good defense by Park Center. DeLaSalle really having to work on this possession.
Well, and that's the thing that helps Park Center is they can afford to go 4 or 5 possessions because their defense is excellent.
Haynes is fouled on the way up. Danielle Schaub felt she had all ball there. Sure looks like it there.
Yeah, and Jada Haynes got a nice height advantage, about 4 inches over Danielle Schaub. Danielle Schaub looked like she got both hands on that ball and tied it up. The referee was behind the contact, so sometimes it's hard to really see that. And like I always say too, John, is you attack the basket more often than not, you're going to get rewarded by the referees.
Second free throw missed, and over the back is Bodden. That'll be her third. Junior forward. I think is going to be coming out here at the next opportunity. Well, they whistled on Spieth. I was certain that was going to be on Bodden. Wasn't she the player over the back?
It was on Bodden, yeah. That's
a break for DeLaSalle.
Yeah, they're talking about it. It was definitely on Bodden. Yeah, they're making the change.
They are making the correction now.
Call number 20, Tate Bodden. That's her third.
And Schaub to the line. Up and in. Schaub, an 83% free throw shooter on the season, hits them both. So they take advantage of the one-and-one there, Ryan.
Now the scoreboard says 15-1. Not on our scoreboard, not on our Channel 12 scoreboard.
Now they've got it right here. 10-point game. 4:19 to go in the half. Too strong on the shot by Spieth. Now Bombadelli, Hannah Schaub, Simonette from the corner. That one too strong on the rebound. Pulled out by Griffin. Haynes looking up court.
The first time Simonette's even hit the rim on one of her shots tonight.
All knocked out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to be tough for DeLaSalle, especially with Bodden on the bench with 3 fouls. Tony struggling to get the ball going. Is you got to start thinking where are your points going to come from. Park Center plays such good defense. Who's going to be able to get it going? How are you to overcome a 10-point deficit? Someone's got to get it going for DeLaSalle.
Right now, Tony without a point.
Yeah.
Missed everything, outside and inside. Sellers off to Griffin. Tony. Haynes called for a foul on Simonette. Simonette called for the foul, excuse me. DeLaSalle not in the bonus. It'll be an inbound pass. 2 fouls now on Simonette. So she'll have to be a little careful here before halftime. Tony pops out. Hands off to Sellers. Left side Spies puts it on the floor against Hayes. Missed the shot. And then a foul whistled against Haynes.
Well, I tell you, Spies has got a great first step. She exploded to the basket. But look, I mean, great defense. Michaela Hayes moved her feet. She didn't reach down. She just kept her long arms there. And just that alone can be a deterrent. Then not only does she play defense, but she finishes the possession, gets a rebound, and a foul 90 feet away from the basket, which is going to put Park Center back at the line for a one-on-one.
Simonette does come out with the 2 fouls. Let's see if she remains on the bench the rest of the half. Danielle Shaw back in. Hayes here for a 1-on-1. 19th foul on DeLaSalle. They won't get the bonus, but Bombadeli gets the offensive rebound. Pass too high, but ends up in the hands of Dubois, who drives and missed the layup. Ball stripped away briefly from Tony, and then the Islanders get it back. Now Tony into the front court. Foul on Bombadeli.
DeLaSalle really fortunate, as that was a wide open, uncontested layup, just missed. Bombadeli had a great job of keeping that play going, grabbing the offensive rebound off the free throw.
Her second, 6th team foul now on Park Center. Under 3 to go. Sellers to Haynes. Long 3 ball for her. Nothing. And it's out of bounds to Park Center.
Yeah, and that's just a tough shot. I mean, that was a good 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line, contested. And that's where you got to know, down 10, I can get that shot anytime. Let's work. Let's try to get, Taylor Tony going, who struggled so far, hasn't got a point. Let's see if we can get her going, get her something easy going to the basket.
Tony defensively steps in front of Hayes, gets the steal. Oh, and a nice move, but can't get the finish.
All that jelly, John, and no toast. Great defense, a great move. See how she stepped through, just unable to get that ball in the basket.
Dubois looks inside. Bombadeli. Danielle Shaw to Hayes. Gets inside of Tony and scores.
You know what she did really nice is Tony gambled, went for the steal. Did you see how Hayes used her body, cut Tony off, able to finish with the right hand? Excellent move.
12-point lead, biggest of the game for the Pirates. Haynes off to Sellers. Back to Haynes. Haynes, left corner, 3-point shot from Tony, comes out. Hayes rebounds.
And they're good shots for Tony, too, and they're just barely rimming in and out.
Danielle Schaub gets it blocked out of bounds by Spies. Timeout DeLaSalle with 1:40 to go in the half.
Look at the hustle by Spieth, able to just use her long arms. Excellent job. That's not easy to do, to get that block reaching across like that without drawing any type of contact. So excellent defensive move by Cameron Spieth.
And there's our game coming up in the second game here at Anoka tonight. Wayzata, who's already knocked off the number 3 seed Maple Grove, and the number 2 seed Osseo will try to take out number 1 seed Centennial. Tip about 8 p.m. tonight at Anoka High School. Jay, Ryan, and Allie will have the call on that one for you. The winner going to the state 4A tournament next week.
Well, on paper, you think Centennial's got the advantage in that game, but those teams that get hot at the end of the year, and they, like you said, they knocked off Osseo and Maple Grove, the 2 and 3 seed. Those teams scare me because they're playing on house money. They have nothing to lose. All the pressure is off them. Almost similar to the Wayzata boys basketball team that we saw, get to the section final. When no one expects you to get there, you find yourself there, and sometimes those teams are the scariest teams to play against.
Wayzata getting great competition in this regular season in that late conference schedule, playing number 1 Hopkins, playing Edina, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, all ranked teams. Even if you're not winning those games, you're getting experience against some very, very good basketball teams.
No, absolutely. And we saw a couple of their games mix over with the Northwest Suburban, so they've had an excellent schedule, and they're just playing great team basketball. No superstars, just 4, 5, 6 girls that can score in double figures really on any night.
So stay tuned for that one here tonight on Channel 12. Right now it's a minute and a half to play in the first half. Park Center, number 1 seed, leading DeLaSalle, the 2 seed in the Section 3A final. Pirates have led from the start. See if they're going to actually hold for one here, Ryan. Certainly pulling it out to midcourt here. DuBois, hand off to Hannah Schaub. He gets a little more pressure from Haynes. Sellers moves over. Now it's Danielle Schaub. Back to Hannah Schaub. Pull up from 12. Won't go. Rebound by Tony.
Well, sometimes when you spread the floor like that, all you're looking to do is get a matchup where you can turn the corner. And even though she missed that, that was a great look for Hannah Schaub, a shot she normally makes.
Under a minute to play now. Spiess, right corner, will drive into the lane. Shot, nope, travel. Before the shot, DuBois got a handoff, but Spiess whistled for another travel.
Yeah, and she had the right idea, attacking the basket. She just lost her footing there before she was able to shoot it. Excellent call by the referees.
40 seconds to play now. Danielle Schaub drives to Hayes in the corner. DuBois. Hannah Schaub and back to DuBois. Under 30 to go. Knocked away from behind. We're going to whistle and a foul on Haynes.
Well, Jada Haynes went for that behind them, that slap away from behind, and all of a sudden I think she was caught off guard when Danielle Schaub just stopped in her tracks through the contact, and that's going to be double bonus for Danielle Schaub.
First one up and in. Danielle Schaub, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Spiess out, Bodden back in for DeLaSalle. Second one also good. 20 seconds to play. DeLaSalle looking to go out on a high note here if they can score. Drive by Haynes to the basket. There, they got it there. Gets the basket and draws the foul.
Well, Jada Haynes, excellent right to left crossover, and then see how strong she was at that finish? I think DuBois tried to go for the steal, slapped at it, but just too strong for Jada Haynes, able to finish. That's a big play towards the end of the first half.
And gets the free throw. Still time for Park Center to set up a shot here. Under 10 seconds to go in the half. DuBois, right corner, trying to get it across for Danielle Schaub. Back come the Islanders. Bodden to the basket, too strong. Tony at the buzzer, up and in.
No, they got it.
And DeLaSalle getting 5 points in the last 20 seconds of the half. Still trailing by 9, but they get the positive push going into the break.
Well, and how big is this, too, not only for the team, but for Tony to get a big play, a big momentum basket like that. She finally gets her first points to go fall. What a finish, 5 points in the last 20 seconds to close this under 10 points.
Let's go over to Allie with Chris Vanderhyde.
Thanks, John. Coach, a strong performance by your team in the first half. You guys led the score the entire way. What's your assessment of that first half play?
Well, we're defending pretty well. Rebounding pretty well, too. Two things we want to do, and we're putting some pressure on their defense, which I like.
How do you feel you've been able to deal with that pressure you talked about pregame against the Islanders?
Yeah, they're getting their hands on us and stuff, but I think we're dealing with it okay. That turnover at the end kills us, but other than that, I thought we dealt with it okay.
What does Park Center need to do to put this game in the bag?
Well, we just need to keep playing our game and not get rattled when they push and shove us and stuff like that, and just keep playing. Go to the line, go to the rim hard, get fouled, and make free throws.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you. All right.
All right, back to you, John.
29-20, Park Center leads DeLaSalle at halftime. We'll take a break and come back with more of our coverage of the live Section 3 3A final from Anoka High School after this.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Halftime at Anoka Park Center and DeLaSalle, the top 2 seeds in Section 3, meeting for the championship, and the Pirates leading the Islanders by 9 at halftime, 29-20. Ryan Iverson, let's take a look at some first half highlights here from tonight. The 3-ball
got rolling
shot
early.
A lot.
Yeah,
they made some early, making 3 altogether in that first half. The drive there by Hannah Schaub and scoring on the basket.
She had a couple of those very similar three-point plays in the first half. There's a travel going to the basket. Here's that second very similar play. Hannah Schaub in transition takes the contact and finishes.
3-point ball, and Simonette knocking down a couple. She had the hot hand early for Park Center.
And I thought Asia Wilson came in and really gave them a spark when they were struggling to get a basket up until that point. She had back-to-back baskets.
Drive to the basket, and 2 for Danielle Schaub there, part of her 4 points in the game. And then the late drive in the final seconds of the half by Jada Haynes. And then after they get the ball back, the missed shot, but the follow-up by Taylor Toney for her first points of the night. They get 5 points late to make it a 9-point gain. Haynes with 6, and Wilson, both of those players off the bench for DeLaSalle. 11 of their 20 points have been bench points apiece with 4. Simonette 10 for Park Center. Hannah Schaub 6, and Michaela Hayes with 5.
Yeah, fun first half. I thought the closing 20 seconds were huge, just for the momentum of the game, because it felt like Park Center had dominated that first half. You look at the score, it only being down 9. I think if you're DeLaSalle, you're feeling pretty good about how poor they were offensively, and to get that 5 points right at the end to make this a 9-point game, I think they should be feeling very fortunate to be in this game.
29-20, it is Park Center leading DeLaSalle at halftime. We'll take a break and come back with more coverage from Anoka High School after this timeout.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Park Center back on the floor. The Pirates leading the Islanders 29-20 at halftime. DeLaSalle was mentioned, Ryan, a couple of times getting those last 5 points, but so far really not enough offense for them. They've got to find someone or get Tony more involved and have her hit her shots, which is easier said than done, for them to be able to come back into this game.
Well, and that's a great point. And Park Center, I mean, let's give them credit. They play great defense. They shut down a very good Maple Grove team a couple weeks ago offensively. But that was one of the keys for DeLaSalle is, you know, and you figure Taylor Tony's worth, you know, at least 15. We saw her have 37 2 games ago. She hasn't been able to get it going. So who's going to step up? Obviously, Asia Wilson had nice points, so we'll see who can step up for them.
Leading scorers you saw at halftime, Ann Simonette in double figures with 10, the only player in double figures in scoring for either team. Let's go back over to the sideline to Allie, who's standing by with Coach Johnson Patterson.
Thank you, John. Coach, it's kind of a slow start offensively for your team, but it's a 9-point game here at half. What do you do in the second half to spark your team offensively a little more?
Well, number one, we got to put the ball in the basket, that's for sure. We've missed a ton of layups. You know, I think we got extra hype, and we're just forcing it just a little bit, so we got to settle down a little bit and run our offense and get some movement and make baskets.
How do you get Tony to be more effective offensively in the second?
I just got to get her to focus. She's tough as nails, and so she'll be out there. She's ready. But I just got to get her to settle down. She gets a little bit too hyped, and she gets, you know, a little OC. And so we talked about that, just get her to focus a little bit more and take it inside. She's tough, and just have her look at the basket and just concentrate a little bit more.
All right, good luck in the second. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks very much, Allie. Thanks for both coaches for taking a moment with us. And yeah, I think early on, I think you hit on the point that DeLaSalle wasn't getting a lot of good shots. Later, I thought they were getting shots, but
just not making them.
But they weren't making them.
And even Tony, who's a great scorer, I mean, she had a couple of good looks that she just missed. I thought too, you know, and Coach alluded to it, part of being OC in her terms is just rushing her shot. She was able to get to a spot, and then she threw up not a very good shot. She's just got to slow down. These are shots she's made all year long. Settle down. The nerves, the pressure, it's all off. You're in the second half. You want to keep playing, keep extending your career. You got 18 minutes here to find a way if you're DeLaSalle. And I always thought, too, the first couple minutes of the second half really dictate the pace and the direction the second half is going to go. Let's see if DeLaSalle can get some movement, get a good shot, maybe get Tony going early with something easy, spark her offense.
Haynes starts the second half, drives, and then gives it right to Danielle Schaub. Off to Simonette, going to the basket. He's strong and rebounded by Bodden. Bodden got back defensively enough to kind of alter that shot. And the layup missed.
Well, and keep in mind, she's got 3 fouls, too. So, that was a risky. She reached in there a little bit.
On the block to Haynes, backs down Dubois and scores.
Well, Haynes is a power player, and she's got the size advantage on Dubois. And a nice pull. She didn't mess around at all. She went right to the basket. Great finish.
Hayes to the basket, can't finish. So DeLaSalle going back to the end of the first half with a 7-0 run and a steal for Hannah Schaub, taking it to the basket and is fouled by Haynes.
Nice job, Hannah Schaub. Quick hands, able to steal that away from Haynes. But good effort, too, by Haynes to get back on defense rather than give up a wide open lay. Look at her sprint back, going for the ball. I like that effort. I always say foul them, make them earn it at the free throw line, where tonight Park Center struggled a little bit.
Free throw up and good for Schaub, who missed her first 2 free throws, made her second 2. That following Haynes is her 3rd. So she and Bodden each with 3. Second free throw missed and comes into the hands of Simonette. To Hannah Schaub, to Danielle Schaub. Simonette, open right corner. 3-point shot won't go. Hayes rebounds, puts it on the floor, in the lane, up and in.
you see what she can do. She's got such good footwork, and when she elevates, her hands are up so much higher than anyone else. No one's going to block that shot.
Griffin well short on the three. Dubois rebounds. Anna Schaub back off. Danielle Schaub. Back off. Anna Schaub. Dubois looking into Hayes again. Into the lane. Tough shot was fouled by Tony. And Hayes will go to the line for two.
I love Park Center. They go 4 around 1, John, and they isolate Michaela Hayes. So when she catches it, she's got lots of space. She doesn't have a double team or guards coming down. She can just go to work. And that time I thought Taylor Tony did a nice job contesting that. She just got it underneath Michaela Hayes with the body.
That's 3 fouls now on Tony.
Pretty much the whole DeLaSalle team with 3 fouls. And that's a big deal because now they're going to start thinking, hey, I don't want to get that 4th foul. And sometimes when, even though you're not thinking about it, you're not quite playing this hard defensively because you don't want to pick that 4th foul up. If I'm Park Center, I keep attacking inside, attacking the basket, putting the pressure on DeLaSalle, forcing them to either foul or give me a layup.
Second free throw also good for Hayes. So the lead back up to a dozen for Park Center as they start the half on a 5-2 run. Just over 16 minutes to play here in the second half. Winner goes to state next week. Simonette gets a hand in there. Takes it to the basket and missed the shot. Too strong. Rebounded by Bodden. Back she comes for the Islanders. Off right side. Haynes 3. That's too strong. Dubois rebounds. Outlets to Simonette. Danielle Schaub went down. Simonette's got to wait. And there's a timeout by the official. Just wanted to make sure that Danielle Schaub was okay. Went down pretty hard, but gets back up. Oh, might have a little cut on her arm, so she may have to come out here.
I think that's a floor burn. You can hear it from where we're sitting. Those hurt. I've had numerous floor burns. Those do not feel good. But how about Dubois there on that tip rebound? You see how she caught it in the air and was able to get the fast break started. Another thing I'm looking at too, Taylor Tony's catching the ball at the top of the key, and she's got Michaela Hayes, who's much taller than her. I think Tony might have the foot speed and the quickness. I'd like to see her attack. We haven't seen her go at Michaela Hayes tonight and force Michaela to defend her. And I'm a little bit surprised. I think that's maybe one advantage that DeLaSalle has in that matchup is Tony off the dribble against Michaela Hayes, using ball fakes, shot fakes to try to get Hayes up in the air, get her in foul trouble, where we've seen Park Center's a different team when she's not in the game.
DeLaSalle's boys basketball team already in the state tournament. Got their first win of the tournament last night. #1 seed as they go for another state championship in boys basketball.
One of my favorite guys, Dave Thorson, who's just built that into a powerhouse. And former Gopher assistant coach. I remember going to the Clem Haskins basketball camps, and Dave Thorson was out there, and he was a great guy. You talk about having a passion for the game of basketball and coaching high school boys. He does a great job.
So out of the DeLaSalle timeout, Park Center back into the front court. Dubois to Simonette. Anna Schaub puts it on the floor, gives it off to Hayes. She'll go to the basket and score.
What a beautiful, you talk about executing a pick and roll on the side there. Anna Schaub used the body really well, drew the help defense, and just a great dump off pass to Michaela Hayes.
Tony too strong. Io Bombadelli able to release the rebound before she traveled. Dubois into Hayes. Off to Io Bombadelli. Floater up around, it won't go. Tony rebounds. Three-point try from Griffin. That's too strong. Rebound to Simonette. Dubois. Io Bombadelli. Anna Schaub. And now she'll back it out. Left wing, hand off to Dubois. Simonette. Back out to Hannah Schaub. 14.5 minutes to play here in the second half.
Well, I like the patience by Park Center, working around, taking their time, getting a good shot, clean look. Even though that didn't go in, they took a good 40 seconds off the clock. Excellent patience on the offensive side for the Pirates.
Tony, open free look from the corner. Follow-up, that won't go. Ball on the floor. And a tie-up. And DeLaSalle again not getting the shots to go at all. Neither of those were close.
No, and you feel for Tony because he knows these are shots she's made all year long. Anyone who can score 37 points in a game is a phenomenal scorer. And there were uncontested looks. The possession before, she just a 5-footer that rimmed out. I mean, she's just not, she's having one of those nights. And every shooter and every scorer has had one of them. It's just not fun when it happens in a big game like a section championship.
Hard to believe you ever had one of those, Ryan.
Most other people had. I never experienced
not at Delaware
that.
either. Hayes up. That's not good. And Tony rebounds. Tony has it knocked away. Got it back. Down to the baseline. Hayes looked to go for the block, instead fouls Spies.
And it's not too late. You're down 14 with 13:32 left. That's really the first time they've forced Michaela Hayes into a foul-like situation. I wish they could have done that earlier in the game. I think it could have been a different outcome, different flow to this game, but they got to keep attacking the basket if you're DeLaSalle.
That's the first foul on Hayes, too.
Yeah. And she's foul prone. You can get it. She wants to block your shot. I used to love playing against shot blockers. You show that ball, you get them in the air. It's an easy thing to do, but hats off to her. She's played smart.
Spies misses both free throws and is rebounded by Io Bombadeli. And Schaub will bring it up. Going down hard was Haynes. Slow to get up. Left open, Simonette short. Excuse me, Schaub rather. Now it's Schaub with it again. And they reset. Going down again.
That's a bad call. That's just a good screen, a good solid. Dubois was set, kept her arm set. I think they look worse, and the fall always looks worse. Yeah, you can see Coach Vanderhyde. That was right in front of him too. I was watching that. I think that was some good acting by Jada Haynes.
Second foul on Hayes. Strong to the basket. Spies scores.
That's a beautiful move. Going strong again, attacking the rim. Good things happen when you attack like that. Excellent move.
Simonette. Hayes on the block, up and in.
You can't guard that. You give her that kind of position. She did a great job of sealing Tony off. All she had to do was catch, turn, and shoot.
Simonette gets in for the steal. Off to Dubois. Off the glass, in, and is fouled. And that'll be 4 on Jada Haynes.
Excellent steal. Look at this pass by Simonette with the left hand. Great catch, and she takes the contact. I don't even know if she looked at the rim, John. She just got it up there. And the bank is open on a late Thursday night. Beautiful transition basket.
I think Haynes felt she had her hands straight up. I think Dubois helped create that contact.
Oh, good scores. Some of it, you got to create the contact. And again, like I say over and over, you put the pressure on the referee to make that call.
17-point lead now. One close to getting away from DeLaSalle. Through the hands of Spies into the corner. Gathered up by Bodden, going baseline. Gives it up to Tony, back out top. Griffin, three-point shot. Missed. Hayes rebounds. Hayes releasing it. And here's Hannah Schaub. Trying to get the pass down low for Danielle Schaub, and it sails high and out of bounds.
But you see Park Center's defense, John. There's nowhere to go. It's just level after level of help side defense. No lanes to the basket. They're playing great man-to-man and help defense.
Under 12 minutes to play here. Bodden spins, travels.
And again, just nowhere to go, nothing easy for the Islanders. Every time they shoot, there's a hand in their face, help side defender coming over. And this has been a clinic defensively for Park Center tonight.
McCoy in and Danielle Schaub in for Park Center as Hannah Shaw brings it up. Timeout taken by Park Center with 11 minutes and 33 seconds to play. Now, I talked to Chris Vanderhyde a couple of days ago, and they had that stretch in the middle of the season where they lost 3 games in a row in 4 out of 5 games. The last loss in that streak was to Hopkins. They led that game with under 8 minutes to play, and if you've seen Hopkins play, and I know you have this year, that is tough to do, hold the lead on them at all. They've won their last 23 games by 10 points or more. Now, the game at the end, Hopkins ended up winning by 14. He said, that gave our girls confidence. They came out and said, okay, we can play. Hopkins is as good as we've seen in the state in the last few years in any class. They played with them, and he said, since that game, I feel our girls have played at a very high level.
Well, and how about, too, the last regular season game, they beat Maple Grove, who was ranked in the top 10, obviously in the bigger class, and they share conference championships with that, so they're playing with a lot of confidence. And I've always been of the mindset I'd rather play hard competition during the year, maybe suffer a couple more defeats, but you grow from that. And now when they're in this section, in this class, they feel like, hey, we've been playing better teams all year long. This is nothing for us. And I think that experience and that confidence you get from doing that is huge.
Inbound will come to Hannah Schaub. Ball knocked away. McCoy able to gather it back in and gets tied up by Tony. DeLaSalle basketball.
I'm sure Coach Patterson maybe sensed a little bit of urgency in that timeout to her team, saying, guys, hey, we're down 17. You want this to be the end of your season? If not, we got to come out and play with some urgency. Great effort on that. That was all hustle to get a jump ball there.
On the block, Spies backs it out. Wilson, cut back 3, short. Schaub had a hand on the rebound, lost it, and then Tony able to get the loose ball and score.
Yeah, and a nice basket for Tony. It fell right into her. She did a nice job going right at the rim, able to finish that one. A big bucket for her.
Now Danielle Schaub handling it. Hand off, Hannah Schaub. And she beat the 5-second call, did not. Good defense applied by Tasia Bodden, and they get the turnover.
Yeah, just great effort. Here's a step back 3 by Haynes. She just a little bit short. It looks like Park Center is going to secure that rebound. Ends up right in Tony's hands. She's able to finish for her second basket of the game. And again, 2 possessions in a row. We got a jump ball for DeLaSalle, and they're a 5-second call, so they've upped the pressure and the intensity defensively. That's what it's going to take to get back into this game.
Drive to the basket, and then losing it. We're going to get a foul on Park Center. As Bodden lost the ball, but she was fouled.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Hannah Schaub on the reach-in on that play. But again, Bodden attacking the basket. DeLaSalle, if they're able to get some good floor spacing, spread the floor, they can get a matchup where they can drive and put some pressure on Park Center.
Bodden's first free throw attempt of the night is a make. Foul on Schaub is her second. 3 team fouls each here in the second half. And the junior knocks down the second free throw. (41-28). Scoreboard wrong here in Anoka. They're trying to give that last point to Park Center. And another steal, another turnover for Park Center. Sellers ends up with the basketball. Gives it to Wilson. Spies putting it on the floor and travel.
Oh, they're going to get a push-off. She extended that other arm, her off arm. And really, there was no need for it. But it was a good call. It was the right call. And actually, I thought Spies had the open jump shot. She's capable of making that. If she would have taken it, instead tried to drive and penetrate to the basket. Easy call for the referee to make.
Danielle Schaub, Io Bombadilli will try the three. Too strong. The ball hits the guide wires up above the basket and out of bounds to DeLaSalle.
Well, DeLaSalle sure getting stops here. That's 4 straight stops defensively. You know, the question is who's going to score? Who's going to find a way to get some baskets and get DeLaSalle's offense going?
And they go to Tony, their top scorer this year. Missed a shot. Spieth rebounds. Has it ripped away out of bounds. Still DeLaSalle basketball.
You know, and what do you do? She's getting good looks. I mean, that was a great move. Got to right inside the paint. A little 4 or 5 footer. Again, just rims in and out, John.
Sellers to Wilson. Wilson had to knocked away from behind by Dubois and then commits a foul in the backcourt as Schaub was headed back the other way.
And actually not a bad foul.
No,
that would have led to an easy layup for Park Center. So unfortunate turnover, but actually a smart foul.
First foul on Wilson, 15th foul on DeLaSalle. Io Bombadilli drives in this foul.
I think they're going to get Spieth. That's going to be her 4th.
Well, it's either Spieth or Bodden. Either one would be their 4th. I thought it is Bodden.
Bodden, huh? Okay.
Attack her.
16 fouls now on DeLaSalle, so Park Center will be in the bonus the rest of the way here. Now, if there's a question at the score table, John Patterson is over with a question. I don't know if they're arguing on who the foul should be on.
It should have been Spieth. They gave it to Bodden. Spieth was the defender guarding.
Well, and I don't know that if it's on Spieth, it's on my book, that's 4 on her, so I'm not.
Yeah, here's the replay of it. We'll see. And you can see that's clearly on Spieth, 22.
Right.
They ended up who they give it to. They gave it to Bodden.
Right. Well, inbound pass comes to Io Bombadilli. I don't think they did change their call. It looked like they kept it on Bodden.
You know, we didn't invite the referees to come look at our monitor, JJ, to get the official.
Here's Hayes, churning, tough shot. Tony there defensively, and the rebound to Spieth.
Yeah, I'd like to see her moves going to the basket more rather than fading away.
Shot hit the side of the basket there, and Hayes rebounds. Dubois giving it off to Danielle Schaub, across for Hayes. Simonette. Lobbing in for Hayes again. Back out and traveling on Hayes.
And really the first time tonight she's been indecisive with the ball. Again, Pirates, they do a great job around the perimeter, so it allows Hayes to work and operate down by the basket. That time she had one-on-one and she just would have made a move. I think maybe it felt like she'd shot a couple times in a row, wanted to pass it out, and it led to a travel.
Simonette out, Hannah Schaub back in. Tony thought about the corner three, drives, and get a blocking foul on Io Bombadilli.
I'll tell you, for being 5'11", Taylor Tony, she's got a great first step, and she's quick off the dribble. I'd like to see her attack a little bit more. I feel like she could get to the basket and get more layups if she would just be a little bit more aggressive. Even though her shots aren't falling, they need her to get going, or at least keep trying to get going.
Tony puts it on the floor, shot
nice.
Up, around and in.
There you go. Excellent move. She didn't hesitate. Went to her left, able to just elevate and shoot over the defender. Nice move.
Io Bombadilli for three, not good. Rebounded by Bodden. Ahead to Haynes, up and in.
Yep, Haynes did a great job. She knew the slap in was coming, able to just carry and rip that ball through and finish. And now you get the DeLaSalle side starting to make some noise, feeling a little bit of energy back into this ball game.
Timeout, Park Center. The lead was 17 at 41-24. The Pirates have been stuck on 41 for several minutes, and DeLaSalle chipping away gets it down to 9. That was the margin at halftime.
Yeah, here, look at great transition, and I want you to watch Jada Haynes. Watch her rip that ball through, knowing Dubois was going to try to slap it. She got that in the first half. She learned her lesson. Nice move in transition. But I think the tide has turned. Nothing about what DeLaSalle is doing offensively. I think it's defensively. After that earlier timeout, they came out, they got a jump ball, they got a 5-second. They've been playing defense with really a sense of urgency, not giving anything easy for Park Center.
$7:50 to play here in the second half. It's tightened up here. The Islanders have made a run. Megan Dubois out high. Excuse me, McKenna Dubois. Younger sister Megan is a freshman on this team, and McKenna.
Lots of Dubois and lots of Schaubs on the Pirates team. When in doubt, just say one of those names.
Hayes up and in. A great feed from McKenna Dubois. Hayes able to finish and draws the foul.
Well, the second time they've run this nice ball screen. That time, Michaela Hayes slips the screen. You couldn't have thrown a better pass. She lobbed it. Dubois did right over the defender, led Michaela Hayes right to the basket. And the contact actually came after she released it. So just a beautiful play. That's how you respond out of a timeout.
In and out on the free throw, but Simonette gets it off to Danielle Shaw. Missed it. Simonette another offensive board. Left corner. Open Hannah Shaw and hits.
How many times, John, do you see off of an offensive rebound, defense is all over the place, lead to an open three. Hannah Shaw buries it.
That's a 5-point possession for Park Center. Steal for the Pirates. Ahead. Another basket. Simonette from Danielle Shaw scores and one.
Wow. There's a skip pass again off of the two offensive rebounds by Simonette. And then she, of course, in transition, takes the feed and the contact. 7-0 run out of that Park Center timeout, and now we have a timeout to DeLaSalle. That was a flurry of offense.
It was.
By the Pirates. 7 points in less than about 40 seconds. As a coach, then you feel like, wow, what a timeout. I'm so glad I called that time. You take all the credit. What a great timeout. But I'll tell you what, being the defending state champion, sometimes when you get pressured, that's when you find out what kind of team we are, what kind of character we have. And Park Center has sure responded here when things got a little bit closer.
Reminder coming up next on Channel 12. Stay tuned for Wayzata Centennial, the Section 5 4A Championship. Live on Channel 12. Winner going to the 4A tournament starting Tuesday at Target Center. Free throw up and in for Ann Simonette. Her first points here in the second half. She has 13 in the game. Hand on the ball. Another steal for Park Center. Hayes on the floor, takes it all the way and scores.
That's your first rule for defense is stop the ball. No one picked Michaela Hayes up. She did a great job of not settling for a jump shot, but instead taking it all the way in.
Spiess gets the offensive rebound and puts it back for needed points for DeLaSalle, but it may be too late with a 17-point margin and 6.5 minutes to go. Schaub now knocked away. Here comes Tony back for the Islanders. Taylor Tony all the way.
Man.
Too strong. Haynes off the glass, up and in. A quick four for DeLaSalle.
What a move by Tony. I know she didn't finish that, but she is so explosive.
Offensive foul on Danielle Schaub.
Yeah, DeLaSalle being a little bit physical defensively, and that time Danielle Schaub just got a little bit of a push-off.
Six minutes to go. DeLaSalle making one last push here. Spiess to the basket. Around, not good. Rebounded by Hayes.
Yeah, good move. Spiess with the left hand. I thought she could have taken one more dribble and maybe gotten a really nice, easy jump shot.
Simonette for Hayes. Ball knocked away, but she got fouled. That'll be 4 on Spiess.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Spieth did not like that call, John.
Hey, way to go, Aaron!
Hayes to the line. We're going to look at Hayes' point line tonight.
And really, a lot of these have come in the second half, too. She's had a nice second half. Only had 5 points in the first half, and I thought Park Center has made a concerted effort to get her involved and to play through her in the second half, and she sure responded.
Missed on the free throws, a 1-and-1 there. Well, Park Center the rest of the way will be in the double bonus. Tony, too strong. Hayes rebounds.
Again, just a really athletic, talented move to get to the basket, just unable to finish tonight.
Simonette to DuBois.
You know, this is where having 4 good guards that can all handle the ball, all are confident, and they're all unselfish too, and then you surround Michaela Hayes with that, and it's a hard offense to guard, especially when you're trying to take time off the clock.
Simonette open free with in a different situation, probably would have taken that shot, but they're going to run some more clock.
I think I would have taken that shot, John.
Hannah Schaub. The basket up and in.
I didn't think there was an angle for her to make that. It almost looked like it had reverse spin. Looked like it was going to be too long. Instead, it spins around the rim and falls.
4:40 to go as the Pirates close in on another section championship. Tony's shot just not falling for the senior tonight. Has 6 points in the game. Well, knocked away by Tony defensively on the pass intended for Hayes. Almost got it back. But the last Pirate basket. Here's that drive by Hannah Schaub.
Watch this ball, too. It looked like it was going to be too long. You see it come back. That was a tough angle, too. That's just a beautiful move. Hannah Schaub's had a big night tonight.
Simonette lobbing it in for Hayes. Trying to take it strong to the basket. Got fouled by Tony.
I think they're going to get Griffin on the reach-in. And actually, that's where you just, Tony had excellent defense, good position. You don't want to reach on that. Make Michaela Hayes make a really hard shot. Instead, you bail her out with a foul, and now she'll be shooting 2.
Foul is on Griffin. It's her 3rd. And Hayes to shoot 2.
She does a nice job, John, too, of drawing fouls. If she can ever get her free throw percentage in the high 70s, mid 80s, she could probably add about 6 to 8 points per game. She's just so improved, and she's only a sophomore too, so the sky's the limit. Talking to John Hedstrom, the AD at Park Center, and he said she's already hearing from many of the top schools in the country.
3-point ball, long for DeLaSalle. Back out top. Wilson will drive to the basket, high off the glass, too strong. And Wilson can't handle it and goes out of bounds. Started with a missed 3 from Baden. The Islanders keeping it alive, but they can't get points. And with 4 minutes to go, Park Center up by 19. DuBois puts it on the floor. Comes back out, pass to Simonette to Hayes, and back to Hannah Schaub. Schaub will drive, gets it to Hayes, short bank shot, not good. Rebounded by Tony, foul in the backcourt on Schaub.
How about that pass by Hannah Schaub? It looked like she had nowhere to go underneath the basket and somehow found Michaela Hayes. He tried to go glass, which is always hard when you're straight on tough angles.
Lily Thomas, a 6-foot sophomore, in for the first time tonight for DeLaSalle. Wilson giving it off to Tony. Pull up on the baseline, scores.
Just a smooth player. She's got that first 2 explosive dribbles. That time she stopped. She didn't rush her jump shot there, John. It looked like a little bit more in control, and she buries it.
On the floor, Hayes cut off, and the pass out top was stolen by Griffin. Here's Tony to the basket.
Oh.
And is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Let's take a look at this. Tony putting the pressure on. Let's see. Oh. John, I got to say, that looked like a travel from where we're sitting.
Tony to the line for the first time tonight. Hits it.
Yeah, which is surprising because she does put pressure on the defense and gets to the rim very well. You almost get the feeling she should be at the free throw line a good 6 to 10 times a night.
Second one, not good, and rebounded by Park Center. Hayes above the block, got double teamed, and it's stripped away by Tony. Here comes Taylor Tony again. And a blocking foul on Hannah Shaw. That'll be her 4. Pirate fans thought she got led with the forearm there on the drive. Oh, I would say so. That's 4 on Hannah Shaw. And Tony back to the line for 2.
Well, DeLaSalle fans were just talking, there's a missed free throw, just talking about football. That would have been a nice lead block for you.
Tony with a steal and gets a timeout in the backcourt.
Good effort. Missed the free throw, able to follow up with just great effort. Able to get the timeout, to have the wherewithal on the ground to call timeout. Excellent play. This game has kind of a chippy feel to it, doesn't it? You know, whoa.
You almost got hit by a flag.
Yeah, that flag literally, I heard it whiz through by my ears. But yeah, it's physical. You can tell maybe these girls are used to playing against each other, know each other from playing, you know, in previous times, and it's a little chippy. Fans are chippy back and forth. And a lot of times that just comes from a good atmosphere where there's a lot at stake and you're playing hard too.
Park Center still in their huddles. They come out of the break.
Yeah, if you're Park Center, you just need to get a stop and then start forcing, you know, do their spread offense, start forcing DeLaSalle to either foul you or to trap you, and see if you can just get easy layups or get to the free throw line and close this game out.
Haynes comes in, and out goes Griffin. Wilson giving it to Tony. Oh, and Sellers going to whistle for a foul. Trying to set a screen on Peterson. Look at it again.
Yeah, it was Haynes right here, and you can see definitely a moving screen. Anytime you extend those arms out, that's an easy call for the referees to make.
And Haynes, the senior, will foul out with 12 points at a dozen in each half, and had some big baskets to keep DeLaSalle in this game, but will leave here with 2.5 minutes to go. .220 to play. Hannah Shaw to Hayes.
You know how most teams will have 1 or 2 primary ball handlers? Park Center can do this 4 around 1 because all 4 of their girls can handle the ball. They all make good decisions too.
Simonette missing a 3. Ball hitting the wire again. It's out of bounds to DeLaSalle.
And it sets up perfect for these end of game situations when you want to take some time off the clock, spread the floor. They're very, when they get a lead, oftentimes they are very good at closing it out.
Drive to the basket around won't go. Foul up, missed by Thomas, and the rebound to Hayes. Backcourt, and a foul going to be whistled against Tony. And now it's the free throw parade here. until the end of the game.
Well, I think that last move kind of sums up Taylor Toney's game. It makes a beautiful move, great shot with her left hand, and it just rims in and out. She's had a number of shots that have been very close. You know, you figure what, John, 6, 7, 8 shots that have kind of rimmed in and out that she maybe normally makes, and this is a totally different ballgame.
Hayes out, Camille McCoy back in. For DeLaSalle, Kalea Kilzer-Dennis in. Schaub has made all 4 of her free throws tonight. Danielle with 6 points. In the lead again, 18. Toney strong to the basket, too strong with the shot. Peterson rebounds. Outlet pass ahead. And Danielle Schaub will pull it back out.
Nice play, smart play. She could have maybe forced the pass there, tried to get a layup instead. For a sophomore, a very heads-up play. Taking it back out, running some more clock off.
Minute 20 to go. Simonette. Back out. And Schaub, Danielle, back out to Hannah Schaub. And what a difference a season makes for Hannah Schaub, hurt late in the start of the playoff run last year. Tore her ACL, had to watch that state tournament and the section final from the bench, and now the senior with the basketball in her hands and on the floor for the end of this.
It's her team, senior captain. She wants to go out in style with another championship. And like you mentioned, the last, 4 or 5 winners of this game has gone on to win the Class 3A state championship. So Park Center looking to defend, looking to go back to back. It's never easy, especially when you have that target on your back. But they have come out here tonight and handled that very, very well.
Park Center will be able to dribble it out. DeLaSalle not in a foul anymore. McCoy back to Hannah Schaub, 10 seconds to Danielle Schaub. 5 seconds. And the Park Center Pirates, defending state champions, headed back to the 3A tournament.
What a fun feeling. One of the best feelings you'll ever feel. Just pure joy for those girls. Congratulations.
57-39, led from start to finish. Couple of runs from DeLaSalle, but their lead really never seriously threatened there in the second half. Their first basket of the second half went to DeLaSalle. They got it down to 7, but never closer than 9 the rest of the way.
Yeah, they got, well, it went from 17 to 9, and I thought DeLaSalle playing that really pressured defense, their intensity, and then out of that timeout, Park Center went on an 8-0 run just like that, and from there on, it was all Park Center. Just a complete all-around performance. I thought they had 4, 5, 6 girls all play at a very high level tonight.
Now, depending on where the Pirates get seated, that will depend on where that'll affect where they and when they will play. If they're the #1 seed, they'll play Tuesday night. If they're seeded 2 or 3, they'll play Wednesday early in the day. But again, it all depends on how the coaches seed the state tournament coming up this weekend. Allie's got a couple of winning Pirate players. Let's go to her now.
Hey, thanks, John. A couple of sophomore superstars with me who are pretty excited about them going to the state tournament. I've got Ann Simonette here. Ann, in the first half, you had 10 points of your team's first 18. Talk about that success for you in that first half.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just so excited to start out. All the anxiety was building up and stuff. And I just knew we had to come up strong because it was going to be a good game. It was tough, so it was good.
In the second half, you had an opportunity for a 3-point play. You had and one, and the momentum, even though you guys are winning, seemed to shift to say, we've got this in the bag. Talk about that moment.
Yeah, I don't know. It just we were up, but just to know that we were still going and not slowing down, it just gave me the chills, and everybody in the gym, the atmosphere was just great.
A sophomore going to the state tournament, how's it feel?
It feels amazing. I don't know.
Good luck. Good luck to you there, Ann. On the other side, we've got Michaela Hayes. Michaela, 19 points tonight. What do you attribute your offensive success to?
Well, you know, I attribute my offense by when they give me the ball, I have to make sure I put in the basket. I mean, we have to make an offense good, so when I get out of the score, I put it out to my players, and that's how we make our points.
Michaela, your team's going to the state tournament. What kind of a name do you want to make for your team as you guys get ready for that?
I just want it to be a good physical game when we go to state. We have to try our hardest, and we're just going to play just as hard as we did last year. We're going to try to get another state championship.
Go get those section championship medals, Michaela.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, John.
Thanks very much, Allie. Ryan, those sophomores have been to the state tournament. They know what it's like, and great for them as 10th graders already going to their second state tournament. Before your thoughts on that, let's go back. And Allie standing by with Chris Vanderhyde.
All right, Coach, what a game. You guys are going to the state tournament. Talk about the emotions leading up through this entire game to now this moment.
Yeah, it's an emotional game, obviously, especially when you're playing a team as well coached and as good as DeLaSalle is. So I was glad with the way our girls played, held their composure. DeLaSalle kept battling back. It got closer a bunch of times, but our girls kept their composure.
You guys led the entire game. There was a point about halfway through this second half where you guys were kind of had not sparked offensively. You call a timeout and you go on a 7-0 run. Yeah. What did you say in that timeout? What changed?
I just said we had to keep being aggressive. We got more passive offensively. We were trying to hold the ball out on the perimeter, but take the ball to the rim, get it into Big Mike inside, and we did that, and then it opened it back up again. So
what does your team need to do to prepare for this state tournament so that you guys come out victorious in this class?
Yeah, I think right now, tonight, we just enjoy this one, and then after that, we got to regroup, restructure the way we do some of the things for next week and figure out how we can win a state tournament. So
go get that trophy, Coach. Congrats.
Cool, thanks.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks, Chris Vanderhyde. And congratulations to the Pirates. Great feeling to get back to state. And then some of these girls are certainly some of the girls that have graduated out of this program, knew the frustration of losing in this game, but now this group with success in back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, and each team is different. Each team is its own identity. Even though a lot of these girls played last year, you talked about Hannah Schaub having the knee injury. This is her team now. This is her chance. They want to leave their mark, in Park Center lore with back-to-back state champions, and that's so hard to do. It's so hard to do when everyone's gunning for you. I just thought they played a complete game, and I'm going to disagree with Coach Vanderhyde. He said they need to retool, regroup. I think they got to do exactly what they did tonight, which is have good guard play, but play through Michaela Hayes and play inside out. If they do that, I don't know if there's a team in Class 3A that can beat them.
And Hayes with 14 points in the second half, 19 overall.
And that's really when they took off. That's when this game got blown open because it just opens up so much. She's unguardable down low. Teams are forced to collapse, and that's where these good guards can make threes. They get open driving lanes, and I thought they did a great job of adjusting. And when they did that, that's really when they took off.
Well, that'll do it for our live coverage of the Section 3 3A Championship. We'll find out in the coming days who Park Center will play in the state tournament, and we'll have that game for you next week on Channel 12 on a tape delay basis. That'll do it for our coverage tonight. A reminder to stay tuned. Wayzata Centennial coming up in about 30 minutes here at Anoka High School. For Ryan Iverson, Allie Alt, and all of our crew, it's Park Center on to the state tournament. They win it over DeLaSalle 57-39.